They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that could make sense.
King Harold, King's Roulette, King's Club. We're back at our workstation today. For this session, we are beginning with a buy-in of $5,044. We're attempting to make $756, which would be 15%, but we're constrained because of what goes on with this machine, what goes on with the ceiling limits, and so we put ourselves right into a corner, and we only put $2,000 of our buy-in in the machine. With a buy-in of $5,044, there's $3,044 in the angel's pocket right now because we're only exposing $2,000. Now, that's all fine and good, but we're going to try to make $756 from $2,000, and that's insane. But that's what we're going to try to do because that's what we do. But we're going to find our way towards something more realistic as we go forward. The whole point about it is to make between 1% and 15% every session that you play, every day that you go. And it can be 1%. It can just be something. Take more out than you went in with, and you are in a rarefied air in the community of people that walk in a casino. You find yourself down and you fight your way back, and you're 5 or 6% up, and you're a little tired, and you've been there a while, go home. You fly the victory flag. You got your 5%. That's plenty. That's more than any Wall Street broker is going to make today. And you made it because you're now one of the smartest people in the world. You know how to go in and win at the game that the casino lives off of. This is the game of the highest edge in the casino. They live off of this money. Everybody at the roulette table loses every night, but not the kingdom. We do not. And that's when we chose this game when we started all this. We wanted to have the most difficult game. Now, as we move to the I-block wheel, which I had no idea about, and now I have found it to be a nightmare because of the tax condition, because of the limitation. You really don't have a $50 bet that you can make. Go ahead and make it if you want. If you win before you start applauding yourself, you're going to start paying the federal government and the state government. So the limitations of this wheel, not allowing you to bet $100, charging you taxes at $35 and up, doesn't happen on the analog wheel. Doesn't happen over there. You can go put $100 down on 17 if you want, and if you hit, you get $3,500. They shove it right to you. Here you can put $50 down, and you don't even get the $1,750. You end up getting $1,300. Congratulations. You're playing against everybody.
And they'll tax the $50 you bet.
They'll even tax the money you bet. And they don't even care that you're down. You could have put any amount of money in the machine. You could be losing money, and you hit the jackpot. You can pay taxes on that. None of it is considered. That's why I'm saying you're up against everything. But still, we're going to win. Because we are different. We know how to play this game. So we got a buy-in of $5,044. We have $2,000 of it exposed. We're targeting a profit of $756 today. That's what we're going after. I'm not saying we're going to make it. I'm saying that's what 15% is. Playing these numbers like this, you have to win a lot. If you don't hit the zeros, you got to win a lot because you lose a whole bet, and then if you win half a bet. So you have to win 2 for every loss just to be even. You got to win 3 for every loss to be winning money. That's a difficult proposition. But it all balances out when that 35-1 hits. Unless, of course, you got 35, 40, 45, or $50 on it, and then, well, the other guy walks up and takes the rest of your money. We have Eric's numbers out there. You can tell because you got the third column up there covered. And we are winning with regularity, cruising right along. We're winning at much higher than a 50% ratio. As long as you're doing that, you're all right. You don't even need the zeros if you can do that, but You don't have enough numbers to sustain it over time. There are 10 splits there. That's 20 numbers. And you got a 20 to 16 edge. Count the zeros, you got a 22 to total 16 edge. It's only a 6 number differential. You're not going to win at 70%. Not over the battle of power of large numbers, you're not. It's all done by managing your bets. You've got to make bets going up. You got to win the higher bets, lose the lower bets. That's how winning one, losing one, or winning two, losing one. That's how it turns into a profit, is betting progression. And we're going to get deeper in that. We need to explore more D'Alembert. I mean, Fibonacci is one way to look at it, and Fibonacci pays off, of course, the higher you go. But we're going to be talking more and more about when to jump off Fibonacci and convert to D'Alembert. And we're going to show you other algorithm modifications that have that very kind of step off the bus, Gus. We're at this particular bullet. This is a dividing line. We're going to control our money. We're going to control our wins. We are in charge of this. There's a time that we're going to call that audible. And then we'll go back. So we're just beginning to get to the real meat and potatoes of all the things we're trying to dish out here. The kingdom is vibrant. Responses are coming over and over again. Likes are picking up. If you like the video, please like it. If you don't like it anyway. Help the old man out. Like the videos, guys. Encourage other people to come in and subscribe. I posted some things on the Indiana University campus. Two young ladies walked up to me, recognized me, king this, king that. We saw you, we saw what's going on, but we're trying to figure out how you actually win at a game that's all luck. I said, what do you say it's all luck? They said, well, roulette's all luck. Everybody knows that. I said, well, they do. They know it's luck. Everybody knows it. Everybody walks into a casino, thinks that, well, today's going to be my lucky day. And she said, well, yeah, I like the number 21 and 3. I said, why? She said, well, they just always sounded right to me. I said, okay, well, there's a whole bunch of other numbers you can choose from. And she said, I like 21 and 3. And I don't know how you're doing it, King, but the game is all luck. And even you know that. I said, the game's not luck. The game is managing your own group of numbers against the casino's numbers. Playing them randomly and waiting for intersections. I explained the whole thing to her. I explained that the betting progression is what matters. That's how you maximize your wins and minimize your losses. And she's looking at me glassy-eyed, already bored to death, because she's certain that she's right about the luck thing. And I ended the conversation this way. I said, let me ask you something. Do you think you should go tell a major league player how to hit a baseball? She said, well, no. I said, good. Then don't tell me how to win at roulette, because I'm the Major League Baseball player of roulette. And, of course, she didn't understand that either. That's okay. Many are called, few are chosen. She's not going to be chosen, but you are, because you understand exactly what I'm talking about. And you are becoming that professional roulette player, too, who knows more than anybody else in the casino, who knows more than anybody else on the street. That's who you're becoming. This is why this is so gratifying, all that's going on. We're building winners. We're building winning. That's what we're doing, and we're going to keep doing it. Even the insane thing, excuse me, the air is so dry. Even the insane thing of trying to make the 15% of $5,044 while exposing only $2,000. Now, I mean, that's really insane. Nobody else in the casino could come close to that. Nobody else anywhere in life could come close to that. We're still going to try it because we know, well, 15% is the goal. 1% is acceptable. Winning is what we do. We're going to take more out than we came in with. And we're going to do it every day for the rest of your life. That's the value of this. The value isn't one time. The value isn't the big score. The value isn't the marginal score. The value is to do it every last day. Having the algorithm, the modification that you have chosen. Having the proper buy-in from your bankroll. Growing your bankroll through winnings, growing your bankroll through organics, growing your bankrolls by stopping by the Brinks truck and grabbing a bag and running home. Grow your bankroll however way you can grow it, because the bankroll is the fuel that the igniter hits, and that's where the money happens. Then when you add in the patience and discipline from Tenet 3, and you add the humility, please, once you start winning all the money, be humble. You don't need to draw attention to yourself. You need to go about your life, live well, and prosper. That's what we want all of us to do, live well and prosper. Love our God, love our families, love ourselves, love all people. Mostly love 72-year-old guys. You got to love more of them. There's not enough love around for them. Nobody loves a 72-year-old man except a grandchild looking for $10. And they will love you. Can we have ice cream and get $10? Yeah, okay. Everybody here is going to be winners. Everybody here is going to live well and prosper. We're going to guarantee it. Because this is a lifelong profession. Even if you're doing it as a side hustle, even if you're only doing it as an occasional thing to go do, it's up to you to make your own choices. People ask me if I go to the casino, have some fun. I said, I don't know. I don't go to the casino for fun. I actually don't. I don't enjoy it. I'm actually right here. I'm not having any fun because this is different than I've ever done it, and I'm okay with doing it this way. But for my lifetime, I would be there for 4 or 5 spins, and I was perfectly content with a 92% win ratio. I'm 8% total loss. I can build back up from the buy-in that I lost because my bankroll is high enough. And I can keep doing it. And that's the way I did it. And always on the analog wheel. I didn't even go back toward slot machines. I didn't even go back toward, what do you call it, bubble craps or something?
Yeah, I think, yeah, it's called
That's what it's called? Yeah, bubble craps where the thing bounces up and down. I mean, I almost got people playing, sometimes I think they're playing rock, paper, scissors. I don't know what they're doing, all these weird games around. But we did find out that there's a wheel here, and there's a ball here, and there's a roulette table here, but this is a damn slot machine. Who ever heard of such a thing? This is a slot machine. Okay. I didn't see the arm that I was pulling, but I guess there is one here. That's how they regard it, so we've still found out a way to win. Raise the minimums, lower the maximums, tax this, tax that. We're going to wiggle our way right through it. We're going to find a way to win.
What numbers are we playing now?
We are now playing. All you got to do is watch that first digit. 1, 2, there you go. That's Angel's numbers. As soon as I get Humpty Dumpty 2 on top of the 1, climbing up the wall, I know what we got. I got the numbers laid out there, and the king's trying to fat finger his way through because I learned Eric's numbers actually not by the numbers. I learn them by the configuration because I know the angles, and I haven't learned Angel's numbers that way yet. So there I am. I'm in 3rd grade math, trying to figure it out. And running out of time, and okay, well, we won anyway. So that's how good we are. We got half the board covered and $102 win off of half the investment, which, of course, that's one of the ways that Val was talking about doing it, by the way, because you can do it that way. Val believes in playing part of the board, then play a little bit more of the board, a little bit more of the board, and that's a way that you maximize winnings, and it has worked for us on a number of occasions. This is the Angels' numbers. Columns 1 and 2 covered up with splits. The 3, 6, and the 36 on the 3rd column.
Kentucky White does that too.
Oh, he does? Yeah. Kentucky White plays this too.
No, not the system. He plays, splits in different places.
Oh, yeah. Varying splits.
Yeah, adding and subtracting them.
Yeah. And there also is, Angel and I were talking about it. You don't have handcuffs on. Let's put the numbers out there again. Then I'm going to talk to you about this. Okay, let's say there's nothing special about the 0 and 00. Let's say there isn't. The only reason there would be is because from time to time, the iBlock machine targets the 0 and 00. They do. From time to time, they do. And so we like to be there when they do to cash it in. But let's say it's not. Let's take the money off the 0 and 00 entirely. If we do that, we have 2 more splits we could play out here. Just like here with the Angels numbers. Let's take a close look at the Angels numbers. Put Humpty Dumpty up there again, 1, 2. Come on. Well, I looked up and I saw the clock was winding down, the shot clock, so I'm calling timeout. I wasn't going to be able to get the bets down. Okay. I see. I waited to try to fool the machine on what we were doing. So let's say you put the bets out. Let's say you don't play the double zeros. You don't have to. You can split 12, 15, 18, 21, and now instead of having 10 splits out there, you got 12. And that's a powerful position, and now you might very well could win 3, 4 in a row by picking up an extra 2 splits, an extra 4 numbers, as long as the 0 and 00 don't hit. Now you're in a stronger position, and you're allowed to do that. This is your game. We've talked about this. How about 27-30? How about 18-21? It's all random. Just choose them. You don't look up and go, oh, the 18 hit just a minute ago. Nobody cares about that. It can get hit again this second. Don't pick it based on probability. Don't do anything on probability. Like right now, take that 0 and 00 off. Let's split the 9-12. Let's split the 18-21. And next time, let's split the 12-15, split the 27-30, split the 29-32. Split whatever you want. This is your game. It's random. You're looking for intersections. It doesn't matter how they occur. Now, when they do occur out there, you're going to get 17-1. You're not going to get 35-1. But if you want 35-1, then play it straight up on the 9 and the 12. And then make those your jackpot numbers. Choose whatever you like. They don't have to be 0 and 00. There's nothing special about it. Excepting in the iBlock game when it's hunting those numbers, because it doesn't really hunt the other ones quite the same way. Or at least not that we've been able to tell.
And if you did do that, you could actually close the gaps that I have and close the gaps that Eric has.
Precisely. Once you're
certain, we are playing the wheel. These are precise.
These numbers are precise numbers. You could look on the wheel and find where the gaps are, and you could choose those places. But sometimes you can't get the split out of them. But you could marginalize it. What I'm saying is, strategically, take a look at the wheel. Where do the 9 and 12 sit? We know for sure the 18 and 17 are opposite each other. I'd say that'd be a great split to do. If you're going to make a split, the 18-17 might be a good split. You've got an 18 at 9 o'clock on one side of the wheel and the other 3 o'clock on the other. That's a nice split to have. Will strengthen up your numbers, given the fact that you already have the others. The other 10 splits are so well positioned. Adding 2 more splits in key places where you might be running a little bit dry, like saying with the Angel here. See that third column? Well, let's split 9, 12, and 18, 21, or 24, 27, 12, 15. And now he populates the third column and makes that part even more important. The same thing with Eric's. Eric's already strong in column 3. He could move down to column 1 and put in a couple of splits there, if you're ready to take the chance of not having a 0-0. These are just ways to look at what you're doing and make a rational move to support your winning. And even 1%, winning at 1% is still money. 2% still money.
And then it would be just like playing two sets of 12s or 2 columns.
It'd be like playing 2 sets of 12s, 2 sets of columns. You get 24 against. Yep, you can dial and bear it to death. Yes, you can.
You don't have to worry about winning 3 in a row, 4 in a row.
You don't have to worry about winning 2 or 3 in a row, 4 in a row. And if you do hit the 0-0, well, okay. It's just like hitting a 15 or an 18 right now. It's a losing number. There's no difference.
Yeah.
There's no distinction of differences here, excepting the iBlock wheel tends to hunt zeros. but it doesn't all the time, just on occasion. Back on the ranch, we only had $2,000 available. Insanely. We're trying to make 756. That's quite an undertaking. It'd be easier to say we got $2,000. I'm trying to make 300. Well, I'm trying to make 300. Well, that's 15% of 2,000 anyway. More things coming to you. Coming days, more things coming to you. Things being formulated. We're going to put all this together. I've already got all my notes. I'm scrambling around, making sure that I'm completely organized in how I'm going to say what I'm going to say. And we're moving into the next level. The next level of King's Club. Because we're always growing. I would say this is like King's Club University. That's where we are. We're in King's Club University. This is a study place every day. This is a learning place every day. Nope. Can't graduate. We don't have diplomas. We just keep learning. It doesn't stop. It's studying, it's learning, it's getting better to infinity. There's always 1 more % somewhere that somebody uncovers and shares with all of us. And we take another step forward. Great suggestions all the time.
Well, that was also like you noticed on Interblock, how it, for 20 spins in a row, it was quartering. It was going only a quarter of the numbers up and hitting and hitting and hitting.
Okay, so if you didn't hear Angel there, although his voice seems to carry, he notices wheel placement. He's long been a student of that, and he notices on this particular eye block. Okay, so let's say it makes 14 revolutions each time. That's okay. That doesn't really matter when they change the speed of the wheel. When one component changes, everything changes. And we went through a section of time where every spin resulted in an advancement of about a quarter of the wheel. And the brilliant mind of the angel noticed that. It's kind of like just noticing a trend. Okay, so once you've got the trend noticed, then if you tailored your bets that way, you would be all better. Like if you jumped on the racetrack and said, okay, I'm going to move ahead a quarter, well, you'd be winning every time right here. And the angel spotted it. And of course, I was tempted to do it because, well, I want to cash a bet as much as anybody, more so than anything. What I say, success has many fathers, failure is an orphan. When the angel comes up with a success idea, well, I become one of the fathers right that second, I promise you, because I'll put the bets down. I'll put that money on the wood as soon as the angel says I've noticed something. But right now we wanted to stick with Eric's numbers and Angel's numbers. Just we're in study right now. We're learning. All of us are. I've known so much about this game my whole lifetime, but I've learned more in this last 3 months because building up to the time that we started the YouTube channel and then advancing from there, I live immersed in roulette. I am immersed in roulette 14, 16 hours a day. And my father told me a long time ago, if you do things a lot, you get good at it. And he was right. If you pick something that you're going to do and you do it a lot, well, you do get good at it. That's for sure. Actually, the way that he gave me the metaphor that one particular day that he did it to me, when if I've told you this story, forgive me. I'm just having a moment. But I was playing basketball morning, noon, at night. I was certain that I was going to be the next NBA star. And my dad passed me and he said, you know what happens to a guy who plays cards all the time? I said, I don't know. What are you talking about? He said, what, a guy plays cards all the time? I said, I don't know. He said, he becomes a good card player. It took me about 20 years to realize Dad was telling me that I seemed to have been hell-bent on chasing being good at something that didn't matter. So now I'm chasing something that does matter. We're building a way to win. We're building a way to be recession-proof. We're building a way that it doesn't matter if you lose your job. It doesn't matter if you lose your benefits. It doesn't matter what happens to you. You have a way that you can make your own income organically. And we're going to keep getting better at this. One of the things that's difficult for everyone, and I recognize this, I don't say this cavalierly, is building the bankroll, determining the buy-in, not going to the casino for entertainment. If you have a small bankroll of $1,000, that is a small bankroll. It doesn't seem like it, but it is. You actually can only take $50 to a casino. That's not a lot of money. You can't have much entertainment on $50. I'm urging you to find your entertainment elsewhere. I'm urging you to make this your lifelong vocation or avocation and make money at it. I'm urging you to build your bankroll organically, as I said at the outset of today's show, through whatever measure. Build your bankroll. Your bankroll is your fuel. If you got a quarter of a tank of gas, you're not doing very well. So playing along, we got those numbers out there. That's Eric's numbers. Looking for an intersection. There it is. Look at there. There you go. So we started this day with $5,044 buy-in, using $2,000 of it to try to make a $756 profit. We're at a $534 profit. That's about 25%. We're calling it off. This is discretion being the better part of valor. There's the money. For the king and the angel, we bid you adieu.